Welcome to Bishopscourt once again for the Ulster Championship Gold Cup race for Boss Ireland, which takes place in the next couple of minutes. The cars are out on the track on their formation lap, and in pole position we have Paul O'Connell in the World Series Dallara V8 Cosworth engine, and alongside him will be Cian Carey in Dallara F320. It's a car, you can't miss it. It's the only car with a halo, and their times for qualifying were within a tenth of each other. So Tony Greenan's in third spot, and he's the current lap record holder, and they expect him to be thereabouts. He's 4/10 off Cian Carey and half a second off pole. So we fully expect lap record to be broken today. So really looking forward to this race. 12 cars on the grid, decent grid, a staggered grid, which is a little bit unusual for the Boss cars, but that's the way they're running it. And yeah, so the grid will be look fairly, spread, to say the least. And obviously the start is very important here, even though Paul O'Connell has probably the fastest car, definitely, with 590 horsepower in that Cosworth World Series V8 Nicholson McLaren engine. So Paul went to a lot of effort to get that car over here from Europe to run it in the Boss Series. And the grid just been formed up now, and they should be underway very shortly. So let's hope it's a clean start. Bit of a delay now. You'd expect that the marshals there, they're waving their hands, so the grid is there. So they should be away shortly, and then away. And Cian Carey gets a great start. Paul O'Connell spins up, and Tony Greenan gets the start. And Paul O'Connell's getting into the lead, going into turn one. So despite a poor start by Paul O'Connell, the spinning up the back wheels there, and the back tires, should I say, and losing traction obviously off the line, but recovered obviously with a car with that power, and they swallowed up Cian Carey. Tony Greenan made a great start, fairness, and let's see who's in the lead. It looks like Paul O'Connell. Is it Paul O'Connell? I don't think it's Paul O'Connell actually in the lead. We shall see, coming around for the first lap, completing the first lap of this 15-minute race. And there's a Cian Carey is in the lead.
As they fly past the paddock,
yeah, Cian Carey in the lead. And Tony Greenan second, Paul O'Connell third, and Michael Connolly fourth. There's the Leystone, followed by a radical of Stephen, how do I say now? Hold on a second. Yeah, Stephen Larkham actually is in the lead radical. Mike Ward is in the second radical. So we'll see if there's any ground made up by Paul O'Connell here on the, Paul O'Connell's tour. Was third, but I don't know if he get into second there. Kerry seems to be opening up a lead there. Good lead. Paul O'Connell make up ground down the straight. Paul O'Connell won second. Tony Greenan third. And a great run down the inside there of Michael Connolly in the World Series Dallara. Yeah, staying with Tony Graydon. So Noel Madison there, followed by the lead stone of, I think it could be Mark Reid or Morgan McCourt, not too sure. Probably Morgan McCourt because Mark Reid started at the back of the field, and taking up the rear there, Mike Ward in the Radical PR6. And Eamon Madison there, taking up the rear. Very rapid car. So, yeah, Paul O'Connell pulling away now from... oh, and there goes Paul O'Connell. Whoa, Mike Connolly got on the inside there of Tony Greenan. So, great dicing going on there. And there's a car stopped at the far side of the track, I see. Yellow flags are out. Yeah, and a good dice there with the 1000cc cars for the under 1600 class, actually. Great to see a couple of cars joining the grid there. And we'll see who comes out of the final turn, the hairpin there in the lead. Presumably Paul O'Connell, but... is there a red flag? Or, yeah, there is a red flag. The red flag has been shown, I do believe. So somebody off there, the far side of the circuit, going through the S's there. Not sure who it is. So the cars come down onto the grid again, form up in their running order positions, as we had more than one lap of racing. So once again they have to do a start. So I didn't see what car was coming in on tow there, and I believe it's Noel Robinson's Formula 3, as we were talking about. He actually had an issue with that car earlier on. I didn't expect to start, in fact, with gear shift problem. I think the pump. And they're on the green flag lap again. One green flag lap. And taking up the rear there now is Eamon Madison. So he gets to catch up, having fallen back quite a bit. And of course, Bishopscourt doesn't run without the... only for the individuals that come here and volunteer their time and effort to make sure this event runs. Gary Manning being the COC and the main man as it comes to organising this event. But as he says himself, without those officials that help him, this event would not run. So big thank you to the officials, marshals. He told me that there was 28 marshals arrived this morning to sign on. He only needs 10. Just shows you the popularity of this event, and great that there's such support for people organising events like this. Cars making their way around the back of the course. Fabulous course to drive this. There's a couple of bumps coming out of the final turn, the hairpin there before the start and finish. Other than that, this is a fabulous circuit, but the bumps upset the cars a lot, and it's the only spot really which is not particularly nice about coming out of that corner, because you can lose the back end traction being a problem when you hit the bumps, and it's right on the racing line. So, But other than that, this track is superb, superb. And you might hear a bit of sound in the background there of cars revving and whatever. But there's a drift track just over the road from us here. So there's plenty of motorsport in this area. Of course, a former airfield. I think they were doing radar training here in the war years and afterwards. So a lot of concrete about. Concrete surfaces where the aircraft used to taxi and take off from the runways. And they're formed up on the grid now, just about. The last couple of cars coming onto the grid, and from now it's all about the start. And their revs are rising. And Kerry gets away nicely. And O'Connell makes the break, or tries to make the break through into the first corner, but doesn't make it. So, yeah, Kerry turned in, and O'Connell had to back out of it. So, looks like Kerry in the lead. Paul O'Connell second. Tony Green in third, Michael Connolly fourth, and Martin Daly fifth, I think. And one of the Lee Stones well up there. Probably Morgan McCourt, I would expect. And they come around the top corner of the last bend, and a good lead there for Cian Carey. So Connell making a lot of ground there on the straight. And a red flag out again. Oh no. So disappointing. So disappointing. I see smoke on the far side of the course. Is that Michael Connolly? Maybe stopped. Yeah, probably a spinner, probably spun. Let's hope he didn't hit anything. Yes, Michael Connolly is stopped. Yeah, I think Michael Connolly's car wasn't clear of the track, so they had to shut the cars down and do a restart with the green flag lap. And away they go. And they're all away. And 9 cars on the grid now. Oh yeah, Daniel Farty's gone missing, and he's in the pit lane. There he goes. Daniel joined the back of the field there. Yeah, problem changing gear there again. He's had gear change problems quite a bit with that car, and I think he was trying to switch gears there or change gears coming out of the pits, and wasn't quite working for him, so very annoying for him. If you want to concentrate on driving the car fast, you don't want problems like gear change. or any other problem for that matter. So start all important now, 5 minutes. So probably what, 4 or 5 laps. And Keane Carey taking them nice and gingerly around the back of the course. I must say this is most unusual that we have these stoppages because it's a while since we had a red flag actually with the Boss cars. This has been the first race of the year for Boss. First race Mondello in April was cancelled, so this should have been round 3 and 4 of the championship, but now it becomes round 1 and 2. And this race particularly is for the Ulster Championship Gold Cup. Oh, another one coming into the pit lane. This is, yeah.
He's continuing on, so might just be going for pit lane start.
Mark Reid into the pits. Mark Reid was doing his final exams yesterday, so he didn't do any qualifying and just got his couple of laps this morning. Test, and of course a very experienced driver, and started from the back of the grid, but now we wait for the restart. The revs are up and away they go. And again, Martin Daly gets into the lead there with a bit of wheel banging. You know, there's life in that old dog yet. Wow. Got by Carey as well. Martin Daly streaking away he is actually. Martin Daly wouldn't be an easy man to get by, I can tell you, you know. Plenty of experience between karting and Formula Renault and Formula whatever. Yeah, we'll see what happens now on the Connolly makes the break there on the car. Mark Reid just getting in the way. Well, not quite getting in the way, but he came out of the pit road, and just as the cars were approaching the turn 1. Eamon Madison there still going, which is great. Didn't expect him to keep going. But the cars are now neck and neck, 3 cars with Daly still in the lead. Oh, somebody spun. Oh. Bit of excitement there, so Kerry's after making a break. Now, where's O'Connell? King Carey in the lead. Tony Green in second. O'Connell third. And O'Connell slowing, I think. O'Connell slowing. And a red flag again. Oh no, this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, I think this race might be abandoned the way things are going. Yeah, you wonder now what they can do about this, because you know, you can only take so much of these red flags. It's unfortunate, not like Boss of late to be doing this kind of stuff. So challenge for the organisers now to decide what to do. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if they can declare it a race at this point in time. Maybe they can. Okay, so the race is over. The checker flag is out. And Tony Greenan passed the checker flag first, I believe. Which, yeah, how would that be? Paul O'Connell's still running anyway, so the rest of the cars filing through. So it's obviously going to be declared a race with, I think, King Kerry being the winner. Although it goes back a lap. King Kerry, I think, was in the lead the lap earlier. So that was the right mess, I must say. Yeah, it's not a good ad for Boss, the way things have turned out, but it's competitive out there, and people pushing the cars to the limit. So I suppose we'll let you know as soon as we get an official result, and we'll talk to some of the drivers and find out what happened to some of the cars. In the meantime, we'll close down this part of the broadcast, and thanks for watching.